Rain slammed against the diner windows as if the sky were tearing itself apart. Inside, the flickering fluorescent lights cast shaky reflections across the worn formica tables. Tables that had collected decades of stories, secrets, and late-night conversations. It was near closing time, that quiet hour when the world feels muted, and everything seems to settle into a slow exhale. But tonight, the silence felt different. It felt charged, as if destiny itself had slipped inside and taken a seat. In the corner booth, an elderly man sat in a metal wheelchair, wrapped in a thin blanket that did little to shield him from the storm he'd wandered through. His frail body was shivering. His eyes were unfocused, somewhere between confusion and exhaustion. Beside him, a young waitress named Mara carefully lifted a spoonful of hot soup to his lips. Her hands were trembling with hours of unceasing work, but her face held nothing except gentle concern. She had no idea that at that very moment, someone who would change her life forever was stepping through the door of the diner, a billionaire named Rowan Hale. If you believe in kindness, second chances, and the quiet moments where humanity shows its true strength, take a second to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Real Kindness Stories. And before we continue, tell us in the comments, where in the world are you watching from? Mara had been running on fumes for weeks, fighting to stay afloat after her mother's medical bills swept away everything she owned. She had no one left except a few memories, and the stubborn hope that someday life might stop hitting so hard. Even when her legs ached, and her vision blurred from a lack of sleep, she clung firmly onto a silent promise. No one under her watch would ever feel forgotten. So when she found the elderly man alone in the rain, disoriented and barely able to speak, she didn't hesitate. She guided him inside,